Yeah, hello guys. Welcome to the Football Fan Zone with me, Timber Banks. And on this show, I want to discuss about England national team. You know, I really want to just dive into that team because I think there are things we are not really saying about that team, honestly. Because I, for one, have been saying this thing. You get England fans or you get fans that actually support a team that plays in the Premiership, like your Man City, Man U, Liverpool, Chelsea. You know, they will come outside to tell you England is the best league in the world, or the Premiership is the best league in the world. And to me, that is a mint. Honestly, there is no truth in that England or the Premiership are actually the best league in the world. And you're asking for a reason why. A reason why I would say that is this. First of all, let's go into the club side football of England. How many players that has won Ballon d'Or playing for a Premiership? Because you get some deluded people. I've never seen some people that's so deluded. They tell you the Premiership is the best league in the world, whereas the Premiership is the most hyped league in the world. And this is why we are seeing it reflecting on the national team. People might say they've got talent, best players. People want to also put the blame on Gareth Southgate. Talking about he's not a good coach, he's not a good manager. But they are forgetting something, guys. Tell me, before Gareth Southgate, right now, I'm not really saying Gareth Southgate is a good coach or is the best coach out there. But before Gareth Southgate, all the managers that have managed that England national teams, what have they achieved? Because Gareth Southgate is the only manager that have been able to get England into a final of a trophy or of a competition. And he went to semi-final twice ever since he has taken over that England national team. There was a time Fabio Capello was the coach of England. What did they achieve? Nothing. People are talking about how they have talent here and there. Jude Bellingham, Phil Foden, Declan Rice. They are also forgetting that there was a time they had players like Glenn Johnson, had players of David Seaman, Ashley Cole, Frank Lampard, Steven Gerrard, Paul Scholes, Owen Hargreaves, Wayne Rooney. What did they achieve? Nothing. Because I do not understand why they want to pinpoint and put this on Gareth Southgate. I do not understand why they are putting this on Gareth Southgate because it does not make any sense. You are telling me the same talent England has currently are the same talent they've been having ever since other managers have been managing them. Because you have players like Steven Gerrard, Paul Scholes, Owen Hargreaves, Frank Lampard, whereby Joko, they were at their prime. Rio Ferdinand, they were at their prime. Did they achieve anything? No. They did not. Because I forget how people make it seem as if England, they've got this talent right now. They've got the best players right now, whereby we haven't seen in an England team before. Because I've seen it. Like I've seen it. You talk about Glenn Johnson, right back. Talk about David Seaman. Talk about David James. Talk about Ashley Cole. Rio Ferdinand. So Campbell. I can go on and on. I'll mention great players that have played in that England national team and they have not been able to achieve anything. And you get people, deluded clowns, that does not understand football. Probably they are putting the fact that they don't like the manager. And they are using the fact they do not like the manager to judge the manager. And I do not blame these people. What I blame is the people that believes that England, the Premiership, is the best league in the world. This is where it's coming from. You hear about people talking about Southgate having the best players playing in his time, in his team. They want to compare it to when Spain had Iniesta, Xavi, David Villa, Puyol. They are comparing that Spain national team to England national team. But they are also forgetting that in that Spain national team, there was a time whereby it was only 2 players that was able to break into the Spain national team that was playing for a different team, which was Sergio Ramos and Iker Casillas. Every other players were from Barcelona. Because if you are here deliberating, comparing team to team, I will here explain it to you how Spain were able to flourish under the Busquets, won the World Cup. Let's go into that team. I'll tell you, only two players were able to break into the national team. I'm talking about the first 11. Only 2 players were able to break into that team, and that was Sergio Ramos and Iker Casillas. Every other players were Barcelona players. Every other players were from Barcelona. Then you have a Gareth Southgate as a coach that deals with having a player like Jude Bellingham playing in Real Madrid, have Harry Kane playing in Bayern Munich. Like, have so many players playing in different teams. And you guys think it's just easy to just bring all of them together, then just go and win a trophy. It's not. It's not easy. The only way they were able to do that, Spain were able to do that, dominate football for like 4-6 years in a row, was because they had a team whereby most of the first 11 was from the same team. Most of their players were from the same team. All they needed was a very good goalkeeper in Iker Casillas and Sergio Ramos. So sometimes when we are here trying to argue about things, sometimes we should just try to, do our research and make it make sense. The honest truth is that the Premiership is overhyped. That league is overhyped. And that is why they don't give the what you see in the league, you don't get to see it in the national team. Because now the coach has so many players. And you get people criticizing this guy. They are criticizing Gareth Southgate. Why? People do not like this guy. That is why I see here. They don't like him. They do not like it, because you cannot just tell me that if you have really been watching football, because I've watched football, and I can tell you, teams, like there were times whereby we call England saying they had golden generation. They never won anything. They didn't even get to the semi-final until Gareth Southgate came in. Gareth Southgate came into the national team. They won. They went on to be a team that goes to semi-final of the competition twice and the final of Euros, of which we never saw in England team before. Even when they had Frank Lampard, Steven Gerrard, Paul Scholes, Owen Hargreaves, that were at their prime or at the peak at that time. People just need to just stop this agenda. It's a different case if you do not rate Gareth Southgate as a manager. And guys, come on. This is nothing but a friendly match. It's a friendly. You do not expect these players to go out there and go kill themselves. Look at Kyle Walker. There's every possibility whereby I believe he was faking that injury. I honestly believe Kyle Walker was faking the injury. But if he's not faking it right now, that is going to affect Manchester City in a very, very, very big way against Real Madrid and against Arsenal. It is going to affect them just because we are playing a friendly match that was not even needed in the first place. And all these things are coming out because of Manchester United fan that does not want Gareth Southgate to be their manager. And the honest truth is this, I've been saying it. Gareth Southgate, you might not rate him or like him, but sometimes, guys, you are not the one to decide if a manager is going to get a job or not. You're not. Brazil without Neymar, Casemiro, Marquinhos, Alisson, Ederson, Eden Militao, Gabriel Jesus, Gabriel, sure, not the best team. Yes, I know what you're talking about. I know. It says, to me, it says, Germany and Spain won the World Cup because of Pep. His players enforced their play on the World Cup. No, that is what I'm saying. You cannot just say Southgate is horrible because he is not horrible. If you are really listening to what I was saying, you said it yourself. Spain, they won the World Cup. They had a team. They had a team that was playing together on the club side already. On the club side, they had about 9 players in Spain first 11 in 2010 World Cup. Do you guys even know Fernando Torres could not even make the first 11? He could not. That was how strong that national team was. The only 2 players that was able to get into Spain national team, only 2 players that was able to get into Spain national team was Sergio Ramos and Iker Casillas. Every other clubs or every other player they called was from other team, and most of them on the bench, including Fernando Torres. The same thing as well for England and for Germany. Most of their players were from where? Bayern Munich. When Klopp was at the club, most of their players was from Bayern Munich. Most. So whatever you guys are saying or what you're saying right now, it doesn't make sense because you are justifying what I said, but still you want to put the blame on the manager. No. Kepa says, what a special night for Brazil. Only their 3rd win over England at Wembley. A lot of injuries, injured players, a new coach, too many kids on roster. You can say they really did well. But sometimes you guys don't just understand it's a friendly match. Southgate is truly awful. Snatched defeat from jaws of victory in the last 2 tournaments. With another manager, they should have won. Man, we don't like this is what I'm saying now. This is what I'm saying now. If we were talking about Eric Ten Hag now, we will be having a different conversation. If we were talking about Eric Ten Hag, we will be having a different conversation. Now, everybody is putting the blame on Southgate. Yet, I have seen people that have said it is not the manager's fault, it's the players. But in this case now, it's not the player's fault. It's the coach. Make it make sense, guys. This is called football heritage. Even Brazil, not even close to their best, can still beat another one of England golden generation. It is happening, Jonathan. It is not new. It is not something that is new. Like, we are used to it. We are used to this. We are. It's not new. It is not new. When we had Gerrard, Paul Scholes, Frank Lampard, Wayne Rooney, was Gareth Southgate the manager then? No. Was Gareth Southgate the manager then? When we had Steven Gerrard, Frank Lampard, Paul Scholes, David Beckham, was he the manager then? Didn't we call those guys the golden generation? We called them. We said that. What did they win? Nothing. At least Gareth Southgate is getting to final, getting to semi-finals. They did not even get there. They did not. England with Chilwell, Gallagher, Maguire are they, and they are expecting winning. They are deceiving themselves. The coach himself lacks tactics and proper selection. Now, this is the only place I would want to blame Gareth Southgate. His selection are terrible. His selection are terrible. You might as well try something new against Brazil. Try something new. After all, it's a friendly match. We all know, like I know very well, that players he used against Brazil, most of them will not even start in the real competition. But you still get people, they will still be, shouting at Gareth Southgate. They will still be screaming at Gareth Southgate. Of which it doesn't just make sense to me. Honestly. It does not. Now, Lungile says they are overhyped because we know all the players from Premier League. It's like illusion, to be honest. Thank you. That is the comment of the day. Mic drop. Thank you. And that is the fact. England are overhyped. They are overhyped. The league as well. The league as well is overhyped. So it all makes sense whereby England will believe they are the best team in the world. Because we see the same thing again also in the league. We see it in the league. They believe every other league are crap. No league is better than the Premiership yet. Let's go. Which teams have won the Champions League more? Which country has more Ballon d'Or winners? It's just crazy, man. The league is overhyped. Guys, I mean, Messi with Inter Miami is busy winning Ballon d'Or ahead of a striker playing for Man City, winning treble, bagging goals. Messi in Inter Miami is winning Ballon d'Or ahead of Erling Haaland. Though I know for a fact it should not be happening. But that alone should have the Premiership shut the fuck up, honestly. That should have them their mouth shut. Because it's a big shame whereby you have a player like Ellen Haaland playing for the Premiership. Because people used to believe Premiership is where the players want to be. But we have seen it time after time that it's a lie. It's just an illusion. It's a myth. Players come there, play, they know where they want to land. So people must just stop this crap they talk about the English league being the best league in the world, because I don't believe that rubbish. I don't believe it. And that's it. I, for once, I don't believe it. Confidence. England has a lot of confidence and arrogance for someone who has only won one title since 1966. You see what I'm saying? England has they've gotten to, like, they just believe they are the best country in the world, and they are forgetting this is football heritage. Rakula, thank you. England has a lot of confidence and arrogance for someone who has only won one title since 1966. So tell me, how are you putting all this on Gary Southgate? Because when you ask people, you are trying to rate players from this generation to other generation, the one will tell you that a player like Paul Scholes is better than Frank Lampard, better than Steve Gerrard, better than Bellingham. But yet, Paul Scholes was unable to win anything with England. Then now, they want this lad, Bellingham, who they believe Beckham, Paul Scholes are better than, to win something. Eternal madness. It's crazy. It's crazy, guys. Well, this is my own opinion. That's why I think, man. So, guys, please let me know what you think